Alright, hell yeah. I bet you we could do this video in 2 minutes. So, one concept, there's going to be two concepts today. One concept I'm going to call the Jedi stroke. It's just when you take any sort of slow-moving stroke, and even short, and then couple it with a correction. And when you do that, the most important thing is that your correction evenly balances. And so, R1 is vector physics. If I actually am at a standstill and I do this, I ain't moving your way. Usually I'm just like turning, and then when I go to do the correction, you know what I mean, my boat is turning back. So that's one aspect. My boat is, you know, like dead stopped, and I do that forward stroke, I'm going to turn, and then when I go for the pry, I just did that, you know, and if I do this on repeat, literally we're moving that way. So that's the first aspect of this video. No matter what you're trying, R1 is the recommendation is to do your stroke, but then space out. So I would do this, I would pull forward, and then do my correction, and then just kind of look at the water, look at my paddle blade, make sure I do what I'm doing, and then pay attention to what direction you're going. If I'm going sideways, then I'm going to note that. You know what I mean? Maybe I have a little bit more speed, and I'm doing this, and short strokes, and prying at your hip is a good thing. But maybe now I'm going that way. So that's the whole idea of the video. I think we're a minute in, hopefully. Now the juice was for me doing advanced stuff. I think paddling this way is the hardest. If I take a paddle stroke this way, the boat starts to turn too much. And then when I have to do a correction, the boat really wants to just correct back all the way. That's going to be more intuitive. So it's really difficult to paddle this way and then correct it back where now you're at a new angle. Hell yeah. The hard part about that also is you lose all of momentum. You know what I mean? And so this tutorial is going to be a combo stroke. So the first one we do is a 2-stroke combo, then we do a 3-stroke combo. So the combo is this. I'm going to do a short stroke and then really do an aggressive pry. I'm going to turn maybe 15, 20 degrees. Cool. Now I still don't have a lot of momentum, so I'm going to reach in for a short stroke. So this is kind of the gist of the tutorial as well, is to pull up and then stab. Because even if I go for a short stroke, it might be too much turn. And so for the second stroke, I just want to do a short, up, and then turn. So hardly maybe grab any water. Mainly get the blade to the surface and then go ready for your stab and do that correction. And this is just to give a little bit of pull, but mainly correction to keep that. Cool. So this might be a 3-minute video. Because now for me, the important thing was to just be in the middle of a lake and just do that combo. So I'm going to take a short stroke, I'm going to turn, and then I'm going to get myself up to a little bit of speed. And then do a short stroke to turn, and then do that combo to get up to speed. And then hell yeah. And then the other aspect was just to increase the combination to 3 strokes. So we're going to do a short stroke to turn, lock it in, and then a short stroke to rise and then stab to get a little bit of momentum, and then a full stroke. And the cool thing was, even just after that little, you know, rise to lock in, I was able to do a full powered stroke. So now I have this: turn, get a little momentum, get a lot of momentum. Turn, get a little momentum, a lot of momentum. And then so that made a bigger arc. So hell yeah, we might be over 3 minutes now. But so that's going to be the take home, that I'm even going to, you know, do this more, is go to the lake and do a paddle stroke or a paddle combination and just do it on repeat and space out and be okay with, you know, where the boat's going, or just not care where the boat's going, but then be realistic. Be like, where is the boat going? And then that is what you're going to throw into your memory for your intuition. So then the next time you do that combo, you're going to know where the boat's going. And that's the tricky thing about R1, is because you feel like you want to go straight, but to go straight, you might have to have this angle. Like to me, this is straight. Until I get a lot of speed, this is straight. You know what I mean? If I'm at a dead stop, this is straight. We just talked about that. All right, so we are thoroughly over our 2 minutes, maybe even over our 3 minutes, and hell yeah. So the rest of this might show a little bit of water clips throughout, I have no idea. But I definitely just want to show the whole video, so you can kind of see the thought process. It's a little, well, hell yeah. If you want to watch it, you get to watch it. Booyah.